Craig Morgan is an incredible country music talent and avid outdoorsman. You can catch Craig and his band in concert at the Status Men's Soundstage in Kankakee Saturday, November 6th. Every week on his Thrilling Outdoor Channel program as well, All Access Outdoors. Craig Morgan, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Rick.
Now, where are you at? You sound like you're in an airplane.
No, I'm in Biloxi, Mississippi.
Oh,
how's the Hard Rock Cafe tonight?
Oh, you are playing the Hard Rock in Biloxi, Mississippi. Now,
yep.
Craig, how do you balance a musical career, producing a television show, and being a family man?
We're busy. I sleep about 3 or 4 hours a night.
There you go.
And we're on the road about 300 days a year.
There you go. You know, I have a lot of family from Tennessee, and you grew up in Tennessee. Let's go back and trace how music and the great outdoors both entered your life.
Well, music's always been a part of my life. I was born in Nashville. My dad was a bass player, so I grew up in and around it. And being from that area, I was a country boy. My dad, was an avid outdoorsman as well, and that's kind of where I learned that too. I mean, he'd take us hunting as kids, and as he got older, and as we got older, we just continued that relationship with the outdoors.
And that tradition continues now with your family, correct?
Oh, absolutely. It's a big deal for my family. I think it's important that our youth know and understand the impact that we have on our environment through our management of our wildlife. So I teach mine and work with them every day. I mean, every time they're with me, I take my kids with me on hunting trips when I can, and when I can't, they're at the house in the woods, learning everything from what leaves are on what trees and which trees to the animals and the impact that those animals have on our local environment.
And once it grabs hold of a kid, it stays there for life. It's a magical place, isn't it? The great outdoors.
It is. And again, I think it's important that we continue to educate our youth on that, because they're the future. Without them, there are a lot of people out there that don't want us hunting and fishing. But those people are truly ignorant of the fact and ignorant of the importance of wildlife management. And that's what the hunters of this country do. We manage the wildlife.
Amen. All Access Outdoors is an interesting look at the life on the road as an entertainer and also a world traveler in search of game and adventure. What led you to produce the great TV show?
I was approached about 6 years ago by one of my co-producers, Mark Womack, a buddy of mine who produced Realtree Road Trips. And he thought it would be fun for us to do this, kind of show people what goes on in the daily life of someone who sings for a living but who has a passion for the outdoors. Here we are 5 years later. We finally felt like it was the right time, and we started putting things together, and now here we are.
It's a great show.
Into it.
There you go. It's a great show. Craig Morgan with us on Mike Tomano's Wild and Free. What are some of your favorite hunting and fishing memories?
Most of which are with friends, family, my kids. Those are some of my greatest memories. But, anytime you do something really different than what you're used to. I'm a whitetail hunter. I grew up in Middle Tennessee hunting deer, and wild turkey. So when you have the opportunity to go someplace like New Zealand and hunt a red stag, or Alaska and hunt a black bear, those memories are just magical. You get to experience things that you otherwise have only read about. So.
And it's great to watch you in New Zealand and in exotic places, because you have the awe of a young child. You still have that young boy's excitement, and it really is contagious. We're talking with Craig Morgan. He's going to be in town at the Status Men's Soundstage in Kankakee Saturday the 6th of November. Get your tickets now. We'll give you information about that. You can also visit craigmorgan.com, outdoorchannel.com, find out more about All Access Outdoors. Craig, it's great when celebrities openly promote their love of the outdoors and the Second Amendment, because folks like you have access to the mainstream media. You recently showed the world extreme bow fishing with Katie Couric. Tell us about that.
I went down and filmed an episode for All Access Outdoors on the Illinois River with Brackett Outdoors, a buddy of mine. He's been doing that. Actually, I think he's one of the initial creators. I know he definitely was the first to turn it into a business. We went down there to film an episode, and at the same time, Katie Couric, those guys were filming a news special on the impact that those Asian carp are having on the rivers, because they're real concerned now that they may get into the Great Lakes. These are plankton eaters, and so they were concerned about how that's going to impact the other fish. And we were just very fortunate to be kind of the same place, same time, and they used some of our show as highlights for what's going on with these fish.
That's great, and it's great to penetrate the mainstream media with our message. How do you describe the experience to someone who has never gone hunting or fishing before, for, Craig?
It is an experience. It's not, a lot of people that don't hunt, they think that we're just out there just to kill animals, and that's not the situation at all. That's not the situation at all. It's the experience, the entire experience. Being with friends in an environment in the outdoors, and it gives you a greater appreciation of the outdoors. Until I take someone for the first time, I took my road manager on that fishing. He had never held a bow. He'd never hunted. He'd done some fishing, but for the most part was not an outdoorsman. He got out there and he's seen how exciting that is, and he understood the impact that we can have, the positive impact that outdoorsmen have on our environment. And so, here he is now. He's just over the top passionate about it. And so it's something that you truly have to experience. It's kind of like I tell people when they go overseas, when I go overseas, they ask, they don't understand really what's going on in Iraq and Afghanistan. They just know that we're losing men and women of our country. But what they don't understand is what's going on over there. And until you go there firsthand and experience it, it's hard to talk about it. But once you have, you become a bullhorn.
Right.
And I heard something the other night. I was at the Progression of Wildlife Foundation function, and I heard a gentleman speaking, and he said, the one thing about our country, we are the only country that has sacrificed blood and not taken land in return. When we go and help all these other places, every other war, every other country, when they go to battle, when all is said and done, they're fighting for land. We're not fighting for land. We're fighting for rights, for freedoms. And that's what this country, that's what separates this country from all the others, and we can't forget that.
Right.
And the same thing goes for our outdoors. It's a battle every day with the ignorance, and that's what I tell them. I don't think all these people are stupid that don't believe in it. I just think, and I know that they're ignorant of the facts, and they're ignorant of the impact that hunters have and the positive impact that true outdoorsmen have on our environment.
Right on. Well, Craig Morgan is with us. All Access Outdoors is the show. You can go to craigmorgan.com and follow his musical career as well. When you're writing music, Craig, do you channel the energy you get from your time outdoors? Is there a connection there between the artist and the outdoorsman?
Well, it's all one person.
Right.
I think everything that I do and everything that I have done in my life impacts my writing, be it the outdoors, be it military, whatever. Everything in my life impacts who I am in the writing that I do, as well as the singing. Mm-hmm. I'm just a guy who truly appreciates every day. And I look at every day as if it were my last, and I'm just grateful for it. And I'm thankful for the opportunities.
My wife walked in and saw me watching your show, and she says, this guy's always got a smile on his face. And I said, because he knows what he's doing. Craig Morgan, thank you for your continuing efforts on behalf of our military troops. And you yourself spent 10 years in the United States Army. Thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you, buddy.
And craigmorgan.com is where you go to find out about this amazing artist. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, buddy.